Welcome fans to LDN Capital TV. Tonight the first of a very special series of end-of-year recap shows, and today we will be looking at the 2007 Golden Grapplers Tournament. We start off with highlights from every match in the quarter and semi-final, and then in full you will see the final of the tournament, a classic matchup between Johnny Kidd and Yorgos. So sit back and enjoy the action. Wrestling fans, the 2007 LDN Golden Grappler Tournament got underway earlier in the year as the then #1 contender to the LDN British Championship, Mike Mendoza, got off to a great start against a cocky youngster from Peckham known only as Corrupt.
Palm strike. Oh, Mikey Mendoza, though, with a retaliation. European uppercuts, open palm strikes, forearm shots, anything to get the advantage. Both men are just exchanging shots right now, and now Corrupt is just choking away at Mikey Mendoza. Looks like Corrupt setting up something, possibly a power bomb. Oh, and he hits it! He managed to get the big man up. Well, Corrupt now going to the top rope. This cannot fare well, whatever he was signaling for. Goes for a big moonsault, but Mikey Mendoza moved out of the way. And Mikey Mendoza knows full well that he has the advantage right now. The man who is en route to facing the British champion next week on LDN Capital TV. Mikey Mendoza launched him off the ropes. Oh, there's that power slam. There's his trademark. 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Mike Mendoza.
The tournament continued as brash youngster Stu Odyssey took on World of Sport legend Steve Gray.
Stu Odyssey with a big, well, I was about to say elbow, but it was more along the back of the forearm. Steve Gray back to his feet, and Stu Odyssey holds him in position and forces him back into the corner. Stu Odyssey looks like he's breaking the... No! That was a blatant fist into the midsection of Steve Gray, and now rakes away at the eyes of the British legend.
Round 4, referee gives Stu Odyssey his first public warning.
His first public warning there for Stu Odyssey, and I'm not surprised. There was shameful activity in the corner. Stu Odyssey now off the ropes, big lariat, and Steve Gray comes out hard. Stu Odyssey now measures Steve Gray, and he missed the elbow. Now that's a mistake you do not want to make in a wrestling ring. Steve Gray now whips off and double axe handle into the midsection of Stu Odyssey. Odyssey now being rocked, but able to reverse the launch off the ropes. Went for a big back elbow miss. Oh, and Steve Gray went for a cross body. Oh, and he gets it. And he was successful.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4, winner of the match by 2 falls to 0, Steve Gray.
Later in the tournament, fellow World of Sport legend Johnny Kidd took on the man who had idolised him growing up in the US of A, good old Tex Benedict.
Big hip toss there from the champion, straight to the pinfall, but there's the kick out by Johnny Kidd. Well, Johnny Kidd's asking for a break after that little accident in the corner. Well, Johnny, Tex Benedict there saying, come on, we haven't got much time, ref. Tex is feeling the urgency. He doesn't want to risk a referee's discretion or overtime. He wants to get it nice and clean. 6th and final round. He wants the 2nd round of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. Johnny Kidd, however, knee to the midsection, then a point to the elbow, double palm strike across the neck. Nerve hold into the corner. And Johnny Kidd with a little back kick there to the midsection of Tex Benedict. Snapmares him out of the corner. Big shoulder barge off the ropes. Oh, and Tex Benedict launches Johnny Kidd over the top. And Tex brings back in Kidd now. And Tex Benedict going for the snapmare off the rope. Oh, and once again, another blind punch from Johnny Kidd. Oh, and he's stolen it.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the only fall required, the winner of the match, Johnny Kidd.
And in the fourth and final first round matchup, Amit Rambojan took on the sensation from the Mediterranean, Yorgos.
Amit Rambojan now. Oh, hang on a minute.
He was going for a schoolboy and Yorgos blocked it.
Well, I don't
Ladies
know.
and gentlemen, Amit Rambojan receives his first public
What was that
warning.
for?
Well, I will accept your possible explanation of that. We'll have to. Oh, come on, that
He was going for a fireman's carry.
Oh,
Yorgos
come
blocked
on.
it.
And ladies and gentlemen, the referee issues Amit Rambojan with his second and final public warning.
See, he's even signalling it there.
Clear to
Fireman's
you.
carry.
Do you require glasses by any chance?
No, I don't.
Anyway,
2020.
oh, huge flying headbutt into the midsection there of Yorgos. Anyway, we'll have to agree to disagree, but the referee claims it was 2 straight low blows in a row, and whatever it was, whether it was accidental or not, Amit Rambojan has the advantage as we head towards the end of this contest. Oh my
Oh,
goodness!
is that head scissors?
This is one athletic son of a gun. He managed to whip that out of nowhere. And now he takes Amit and he's going to launch him into the corner. Nicely executed. Bang, body drop. Oh, and right on the tailbone. That has got to hurt. Oh, looks like he's going for some sort of move.
Oh,
A
no,
pinning
he's gone.
predicament with a
Oh,
bridge.
there is no way out of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 5, the winner of the match by 2 falls to 1, Yorgos Christopoulos.
Moving on to the semi-finals of the Golden Grappler Tournament, Danny Gornell replaced the injured Mike Mendoza to face Yorgos. Had the extra leverage of an arm on the ropes, and Gornell might well get the submission. The referee suspects, but he hasn't seen it, and he cannot call what he does not see. And Gornell knows that better than anyone, but this time the referee does see it, and he kicks Gornell's arms off the ropes himself, and rightly so. And Yorgos just flips Gornell over. Gornell struggling to his feet, a power slam from Yorgos, and that just might be enough. We are in round 5, it's 1 fall apiece. Yorgos charges into the corner. Monkey flip across the ring. Gornell in trouble. And a second monkey flip there from Yorgos. Into the corner. Goes for it a 3rd time, and that's too many. And that may have been a mistake from Yorgos. He got so carried away there. Perhaps he should have gone for the cover. Perhaps he should have gone for a big slam. But he ties back both of the arms of Gornell into the bridge, and he gets it in round 5. Yorgos is going through to the final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. He defeats Danny Gornell.
Round 5, winner of the match by 2 falls to 1, Yorgos Christopoulos.
And in the second semi-final, it was a clash. 2 World of Sport era legends faced off. Steve Gray versus Johnny Kidd in a classic Spirit Rules matchup. More pressure on the knee and ankle joints. And I think he's looking for a second. I think he's going for that surfboard maneuver again. He saw just how effective it was last round. And if he hits it this time, Kidd doesn't have a chance. Johnny Kidd submitted instantly when Steve Gray put that move on the last round. And if Gray can pull him back this time, then this matchup is absolutely over. And Johnny Kidd knows it. and he is doing everything in his power. And somehow he just avoids being pulled right back into that surfboard again, because that would have been an instant submission.
5, 6.
6 count there from Kidd. And fortunately for him, he missed that drop kick.
3, 4, 5, 6.
And these two wrestlers are pulling out all the stops here. Backslide from Steve Gray. Here's a cover. And Johnny Kidd rolls through in the nick of time. And these two are grappling now. And a cover from nowhere again from Johnny Kidd. And Johnny Kidd is through to the final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament, where he will face Yorgos.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's round 5. It's the deciding fall to the winner of the match, Johnny Kidd.
Well, Johnny Kidd's... And so we move on to the final of the 2007 LDN Golden Grappler Tournament. You will see it exclusively here on Capital TV next week, right here on TWC Fight. Yorgos v Johnny Kidd.
This is London. This is London.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this, a very special edition indeed of LDN Capital TV, right here on TWC Fight. My name is Mr. TV John Atkins, and it is my honour and privilege to be here to bring you this matchup, the final of the 2007 Golden Grappler Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have the entrance music of the second wrestler, please?
You see that our ring announcer for the matchup is the LDN owner and promoter, Mr. Sanjay Bagga. And he is guaranteed to have a ringside seat for this matchup. A matchup, the final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. A tournament that really displays the values, the beliefs of LDN and of British wrestling in general. It will be held, of course, under Spirit rules, and Mr. Bagga will provide a rundown of those rules when both competitors are in the ring. But fans, this is the only matchup we will have for you this evening. A battle of old versus young, legend versus rookie. Johnny Kidd versus Yorgos. There's a real feeling of celebration, of jubilation almost. Already the matchup is yet to even begin, and I know Yorgos isn't taking it lightly, but just for LDN as a company, there's a real sense of accomplishment to have got to the final of such a prestigious tournament. And whoever wins, of course, both wrestlers have really proved themselves to be exemplary competitors in our great sport. Let's go to Mr. Bagga for the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Golden Grappler 2007! The following contest will be fought under Spirit rules. 6 5-minute rounds to be fought under 2 submissions, 2 pinfalls, or a knockout to decide the winner! Coming out of the right corner, he is the former Premier Wrestling Welterweight Champion. He is the former Pro Wrestling Hall Middleweight Champion.
Well, a very respectful ovation there for Johnny Kidd.
And his opponent, coming out my left corner, he's the former IWC Shoot Champion. He's the former Dropkick Wrestler of the Year 2006 and the LDN Rookie of the Year 2007. Please welcome Yorgos.
But listen to the crowd roar for Yorgos. Our referee for this matchup, Chris Roberts. And there's a great view of what this tournament is all about. The Golden Grapplers Trophy. But of course, let's not forget it's about so much more than that as well. It's about reinstilling the values of British wrestling to a new generation of fans and viewers. Here on TWC Fight, Johnny Kidd and Yorgos getting a few last-minute words from our official Chris Roberts. No doubt reiterating the Spirit rules. That being 6 5-minute rounds, 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, 1 knockout will decide the winner. A handshake there, Johnny Kidd and Yorgos. Oh, and a slightly cheeky start there from Johnny Kidd. Yorgos does not look phased. Well, there's the bell. And we are underway, round 1 of 6. In the final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament 2007. No doubt who the crowd favourite is here. It's Yorgos, of course. But a real respect for Johnny Kidd. Everyone in the building is more than aware of his many and varied accomplishments. Over several decades in the sport. Yorgos, of course, still in his rookie year here in LDN. Phenomenal accomplishment for him to be here in the final tonight. And indeed, he has not had an easy ride of it. Johnny Kidd, I believe, the last person to hold the Golden Grapplers Tournament back in 1998. When it was an annual non-televised tournament in British wrestling. LDN very proud to be hosting the tournament this year. And let's hope it can become a regular fixture of Capital TV.
Come on, Johnny Kidd. Come, Mr. Kidd.
As I said earlier, a real battle of old v young. Legend versus rookie. Oh, and Yorgos not allowing himself to be phased by Johnny Kidd, who in recent weeks here has shown something of an attitude. Certainly, he defeated Benedict in the quarterfinals of the tournament. And I know that some of the tactics that he employed really got under the skin of Benedict. And I'm sure that Yorgos will have been studying that tape. He will have been watching Kidd's path to the final with great interest. And so far, Yorgos not allowing himself to be riled up in the same way that Benedict was. Nice takedown there from Johnny Kidd. And of course, it's not just the mind games that he is a master of. Johnny Kidd, one of the most respected and skillful technical wrestlers in the country today, still. But Yorgos no slouch. That should be clear to anybody. He beat Rambojan in the quarterfinals and Danny Gornell in the semi-finals. And he is here tonight facing an absolute legend. Indeed, a man I believe he grew up idolising. Johnny Kidd, much like Benedict did, of course. You can see Yorgos is not concerned about hero worship now. He is desperate to win this tournament. Just imagine if Yorgos could win the Golden Grapplers Tournament in his rookie year. That would really put him on the map wrestling-wise. An abdominal stretch there from Johnny Kidd. And now he is going for what looks like a crossbow maneuver. Johnny Kidd really is the master of 1,000 holds. And you can see from the pain on Yorgos' face just how effective some of them can be. But Yorgos with a strong athletic background, and of course, a real background in amateur wrestling and shoot fighting as well. And that has held him in such good stead so far. But in the ring against a real legend like Johnny Kidd, how will it fare up? Well, it's faring up pretty well in the first round. Very evenly paced contest. No one with a clear advantage so far. Yorgos rolls over for the cover. And Johnny Kidd gets that right shoulder up. Johnny Kidd going down to the mat there to break that. Oh, and a knee to the head. And that was rather unsporting, and Yorgos looks quite flustered for the first time. But a couple of deep breaths, and he is calm and collected once again. And he goes back in for the kill. Nice snapmare takedown. Johnny Kidd lands hard on his back. A 2 count there from Yorgos, rolls over for a lateral press. Referee checking, I'm not sure both shoulders were down. Oh, and a kick to the kidneys there. And that is the end of round 1, and a strike from Johnny Kidd after the bell. In fact, Johnny Kidd holding on to Yorgos, and the referee having to physically separate the 2 competitors. Well, that is the end of round 1, and Yorgos has not yet gone back to his corner. And Johnny Kidd with a slap to the face. And Yorgos with a shove back. Credit to Yorgos, he does not seem intimidated. But this is a very high-pressure situation for both wrestlers. And as they return to their corners, Yorgos still complaining to the referee about Johnny Kidd. And we enter the second round now. The score still 0-0. In this, the final of the Golden Grappler Tournament 2007. And a fantastic atmosphere here in the South Korea Leisure Centre in Enfield. These fans know that they are witnessing history. And Johnny Kidd, who received a very respectful ovation at the beginning of this contest, appears to have lost quite a considerable amount of fan support after his actions in round 1. Yorgos' popularity reaching untold heights. And his confidence hopefully growing accordingly. But a stomp to the hand there from Yorgos. And the referee did see that. I'm sure referee Chris Roberts is going to be keeping a real eye on Johnny Kidd, and indeed on Yorgos as well. And that knee was very close to the nether regions of Yorgos, and indeed Yorgos cried in pain there. And you have to wonder what has turned Johnny Kidd, one of the most respected athletes in the country, one of the top wrestlers, a man who beat fellow World of Sport legend Steve Gray just a couple of weeks ago in his semi-final matchup. What is causing him to act like this against some of the top young stars like Tex Benedict, like Yorgos? Is it a fear that he can't keep up with these youngsters anymore? Is he worried that he can't maintain the high level of performance that he showed in the 80s and 90s? Yes, he was the last person to hold this tournament, this trophy in 1998. But a full decade nearly has passed since then. And you've got to wonder if Johnny Kidd really has the same level of confidence that he would have done a decade ago. Viciously headbutting Yorgos. Oh no, a jawbreaker there. And another stamp to the left hand for good measure. And Yorgos is entwined in the ropes. And the referee giving Johnny Kidd a count of 5, and still a parting shot, a knee to the midsection there. And Johnny Kidd really not wrestling the kind of matchup that we would have hoped to see here in this, the final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. Fought under Spirit Rules matchup. Under Spirit Rules. Kidd goes behind for the full Nelson. And Yorgos with a cartwheel, he puts the brakes on. And Johnny Kidd looks thoroughly perplexed. The speed of Yorgos really was something that he had not bargained for. And as I hinted at earlier, that might just be another knock to the confidence of Johnny Kidd. Kidd did not really apply any of these nefarious tactics when he was wrestling his fellow World of Sport era competitor Steve Gray in the semi-final. But against Tex Benedict, he really showed a whole other side to his character. Not a pleasant side, and unfortunately a side that appears to be rearing its ugly head again here tonight. Blatantly choking out Yorgos in the middle rope, in full view of the referee. And indeed, if he carries on wrestling like this, we may well see a public warning. And surely... Well, there you go. Surely that was worth a public warning. He just slingshotted the throat of Yorgos right into that bottom ring rope. And what is Johnny Kidd playing at? A rare power move from Johnny Kidd. Hoists Yorgos onto his shoulders and drops him throat first on the top rope this time. Very lucky not to receive another public warning or even a straight out disqualification. Kidd has got to be so careful now. Just knocks out the right knee from under Yorgos, brings him down, and he appears to have some kind of sleep hold now on Yorgos. And you can see the oxygen slowly being starved from the brain of Yorgos. Kidd decides that won't bring about a pinfall. And indeed, luckily for Yorgos, Kidd had applied that leg grapevine, but not in the nick of time. At the end of round 2, 0-0. Oh, and now Yorgos showing some real frustration. And he just shoved Johnny Kidd. But Kidd did hold on to that grapevine for many, many seconds after the bell had rung.
This is London. This is London.
And Johnny Kidd is one cool customer. Nothing seems to be phasing him. Yorgos, on the other hand, is starting to get somewhat frustrated as we go into the third round. The score remains 0-0. And Yorgos comes out guns a-blazing with a nice takedown. Quickly reversed and neutralized by Johnny Kidd. And Yorgos just flapping about like a fish out of water. Kidd going right back where he left off at the end of round 2 with a leg grapevine around the head and neck of Yorgos. I don't think he'll receive a submission, but it really is going to wear down the young rookie from the Mediterranean. And a beautiful reversal. A fantastic reversal, and I think he got a submission. Well, no, Johnny Kidd is saying no. But the pain etched on his face. That was a remarkable counter move there from Yorgos. His amateur skills there on full display for all to see. Beautiful takedown there. Trips Johnny Kidd up. Pulls back on that ankle again. And maybe now we'll see a submission. Chris Roberts right in the face of Johnny Kidd. And how much more pain can Johnny Kidd take? We're in the third round. It's still 0-0. Kidd now pulling back on those arms. just wrenching those shoulder sockets, doubling the pain. Kid still saying no. He says he won't give up, he won't quit, he's come too far. And Yorgos relinquished the hold. And that was very kind of Yorgos, and I'm not sure what kind of a place kindness has in a match like this. Kid said he wouldn't submit. Yorgos couldn't see from the angle that we could, but the pain on the face of Johnny Kidd implied that he might not have been long for this round if Yorgos had just had the fortitude to hold on to the move. Oh my! Johnny Kidd takes a tumble to the outside, and I believe that was accidental. I don't believe Yorgos intended to throw him out over the top rope, but he certainly meant for that to happen. Oh, a rake to the eye there from Johnny Kidd. And there's a cover. And in round 3, Johnny Kidd scores the first pinfall.
Johnny Kidd!
And 3 rounds in, we are at the halfway stage in this matchup. Oh, and Johnny Kidd, not content with getting the first pinfall, throws some water in the face of Yorgos. And Yorgos already angry with Johnny Kidd's behaviour so far. Throws a little water back in the eyes of Kidd.
Seconds away, round 4.
And Johnny Kidd reaching out a hand again for the handshake, and I don't think Yorgos is going to be so willing to forgive and forget on this occasion. We saw Yorgos just warning the referee, just saying, you know, keep an eye on him. I think he used a couple of closed fists, might have grabbed a handful of the trunks of Yorgos. And, well, Johnny Kidd insisting that he can be trusted, and we are in the 4th round of 6. And Kidd is already 1 full up. It is 1-0 in favour of Johnny Kidd. Oh, Yorgos took the handshake, but a beautiful drop kick as well. And that will have caught Johnny Kidd off guard. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And Yorgos knew exactly what to do with that handshake there from Johnny Kidd. Referee Chris Roberts saw that Johnny Kidd was looking to get some extra leverage from the middle rope. Quickly put a stop to that. But an elbow to the eyes. And Yorgos already on his knees. Now he is face first down in the canvas, right where Johnny Kidd wants him. Johnny Kidd, of course, famed for his mat wrestling skills. He is never more comfortable than when he is down on the mat. But Yorgos, of course, with a nice roll up there, and just a 2, and he is still grabbing at his eyes. I hope his vision hasn't been impaired. Johnny Kidd brought his elbow down hard, right between the eyes of Yorgos. And Yorgos, having suffered a heavy blow to the head, let's hope his vision isn't impaired at all. I wouldn't want him to be fighting through blurred vision or worse. Let's hope he hasn't sustained a concussion. Nice chin lock there from Johnny Kidd. Wrapping Yorgos' own arm around his chin. No histrionics from Yorgos. He is wasting very little of his own motion. He is trying not to show pain. Oh, but he couldn't help himself there. I think Yorgos' tactic is not to let Johnny Kidd get the better of him mentally. Not to let Johnny Kidd know how much he's hurting. But that stomp to the knee really took a lot out of Yorgos. And indeed, Kidd continuing to work on the left leg. Johnny Kidd looks like he only has evil intentions, but Yorgos with a beautiful enziguri kick, and Johnny Kidd again to the outside. Johnny Kidd with a 1 full advantage. And you must know that Yorgos is very, very keen to nullify that advantage. But a roll-up from Kidd, and he nearly had this one finished. And it looks like Kidd is going again for that second fall. But Yorgos now with a nice roll-up. And in the fourth round, Yorgos unable to put Johnny Kidd away. And Yorgos desperate to level the playing field, so to speak.
1, 2, 3.
Not just a physical one-fall advantage, but a real mental advantage as well. Having that lead means you only need to pin your opponent one more time. Yorgos has got a real mountain to overcome if he wants to stand a chance of walking out of here tonight as the winner of the 2007 Golden Grappler Tournament. But it is Johnny Kidd on top at this stage. And Yorgos has got to be careful, both his shoulders are down. And Johnny Kidd really trying his best to hold them down. Very unorthodox cover. Both men back to opposite sides of the ring. And Yorgos showing some of his strength there, belly to back. Rolls over Kidd. The shoulders are not down though, he did not have that properly applied. He didn't quite have Kidd where he wanted him.
3.
And look at the face of Yorgos. He is not happy about Johnny Kidd's behaviour. Oh my, but there's not much you can do about that. And again, right on the bell, Johnny Kidd slaps on a submission move and does not relinquish it. And still he has those ankles tied up, and the bell rang a good 20 or 30 seconds ago. And a headbutt for good measure. And these two men will not be separated. Come on, referee, let's get these two men back to their corner. It would be such a shame for a matchup like this to degenerate into a brawl. Well, the referee having stern words with both wrestlers now.
This is London. This is London.
We are about to go into the penultimate round. Johnny Kidd still leads 1-0.
Seconds away, round 1.
And Johnny Kidd has been getting progressively more and more aggressive throughout the matchup, but Yorgos hasn't been backing down at all. And this isn't like Johnny Kidd. Johnny Kidd taking time out in the 5th round to argue with the fans, to argue with Yorgos. And the referee very keen to restore some sense of decorum to this sporting occasion, this final of the Golden Grapplers Tournament. And again, what has brought about this attitude in Johnny Kidd? Does he lack confidence in his own abilities? He certainly doesn't appear to have missed a step in the ring, but he knows every shortcut in the book, and that was a real cheap shot as he struck Yorgos in the side of the face with his elbow. Both men lock up, Johnny Kidd rolls through. Yorgos now feeling the pressure of that double wrist lock. And Kidd again with those horrible headbutts. Really no place for that in professional wrestling. And I think both men are suffering from this hold, but Yorgos clearly feeling the worst of it, and he is now trying to power out. And I think if it came down to a battle of strength, Yorgos would win. And I think sensing that, Johnny Kidd decided to break the hold of his own volition. And he just shoved Yorgos in the stomach, whipped him across the ring. Yorgos leapfrogged over the top. And now Yorgos looking to put on that figure 4 maybe. Johnny Kidd saw it coming. And this matchup has stepped up a pace, and in round 5, Yorgos looking for the win. Yorgos really needs to get a fall back in this round. Johnny Kidd, one fall up. Yorgos again with the leapfrog. Johnny Kidd goes behind, looks for a roll-up. Yorgos with a cover, hooks the legs, and there's a 3 count. And in round 5, Yorgos scores an equalising fall, and this matchup is 1 fall apiece.
Yorgos is now 1-0.
And that really was last chance saloon for Yorgos. But in round 5, right at the end, a lovely pinfall combination from Yorgos, equalising the matchup. It's 1 fall apiece. Johnny Kidd scored the opening pinfall in round 3. And right on the nose, right at the end of round 5, a roll up there from Yorgos, equalising things. And Yorgos looks really happy with that one. And Johnny Kidd not happy at all. And we go into round 6, the final matchup, the final round here in this historic matchup. It has been almost a decade since the Golden Grapplers Tournament was a fixture in British wrestling. LDN proud to bring it back, proud to employ spirit rules to determine the top wrestler in LDN and indeed in British wrestling here on television. We are proud to have a home here on TWC Fight, and it is our honour and privilege to bring you this matchup. And what a matchup it has been so far. 5 rounds in, 1 fall to Johnny Kidd, 1 fall to Yorgos. It has come down to the wire. These two men so evenly matched up. Yorgos used the knee to break that hold. Whips Kidd across the ring, picks him up for a scoop slam. There's a cover. Very close, and Johnny Kidd having none of that. As I said, if it came down to pure power, I think Yorgos would have the slight advantage. Monkey flip now across the ring. And Johnny Kidd looked to have landed hard on the back of his head. And Yorgos with the drop kick to the back. And this is a phenomenal contest. Fans, the excitement here is palpable. And now Yorgos to the outside over the top. And again, I believe that was an accident as well. But referee Chris Roberts is going out to check on Yorgos, because he took one heck of a spill to the outside and looks to have landed hard on his left elbow. And let's hope he is not injured. That would be heartbreaking if Yorgos was unable to continue after coming so far. Kick to that shoulder as well. And Johnny Kidd not even giving Yorgos a chance to stand up. And that isn't what Spirit Rules is about at all. Yorgos showing incredible courage to continue the matchup. He's clearly in incredible pain. And Johnny Kidd like a shark smelling blood. He has been straight all over that left arm. Oh my, very painful indeed. Just running Yorgos shoulder first into that turnbuckle. Bending the joint and hoisting him up. And that could be an instant submission. Did he get it? That was a submission from Johnny Kidd. Johnny Kidd wins the 2007 Golden Grappler Tournament with a submission in the 6th and final round. Congratulations to Johnny Kidd, but what a heartbreaking end to the journey of Yorgos. He wrestled so hard, he came so close.
Listen here, Mr. Sanjay Bagger. And you, John Chapman. No problem. I know how he got here, but he must have had a very easy ride. But he found it hard tonight. That trophy's mine. You bet against me at the start of this competition, I will win it.
what a disappointing end to such a marvellous tournament. Johnny Kidd. Johnny Kidd, a worthy winner, but what a terrible, terrible acceptance speech. He might as well have spat on that trophy for the respect that he has shown it.